Jim, a real hard fought one here, but through to the quarterfinals, how do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, obviously relief, I suppose, is the way I would sum that one up tonight, because we were nowhere near our best, and a shadow of the team really that performed so well against Motherwell last weekend. But I could stand here, James, and talk about the things that we didn't do so well, but I must give great credit to Inverness and the manner that they went about it tonight. They competed really well in the middle of the pitch. They picked up far too many second balls for my liking, and done the basics better than us in large periods of the game. And Jack Annick was far too busy for my liking, but that's why we've got a top goalkeeper. He's there to make those types of saves to keep us in the game, and he did that. In fairness to the lads, we've hit the woodwork ourselves a few times as well, but we got very lucky tonight, James. I'm not going to stand here and try and pull the wool over anybody's eyes. We got very lucky tonight, but the most important thing before a ball is kicked tonight is that we get through, and if we manage to get ourselves back to Hampden again, like we did in the League Cup, then I don't think too many people will look back at this game.
Yeah, a lot of chances for both sides, like you mentioned. Jack very busy. We hit the woodwork 5 or 6 times. It felt like a real cup tie.
Yeah, I mean, look, it could have went 5-4 in the end, but yeah, look, it's disappointing in terms of the manner in which we did it. We want to be more consistent. We want to have the types of performances like we did against Motherwell, particularly in the opening 45 minutes. We need that on a consistent basis. That's what the good teams do. There's no point having that level of performance and then coming off it tonight. And it wasn't due to any lack of respect towards the opposition or anything like that. We prepared properly for the game. We didn't underestimate the opposition. The players knew exactly what they were up against. But credit to Inverness. We knew it wasn't going to be an easy game. They're doing really well in their own league. Neil McCannis came in and results have picked up. And after all the difficulties that they've had off the pitch, I'm sure John Robertson will have been watching the game somewhere tonight, and I'm sure he'll have been very, very proud of the effort that his players gave Neil tonight.
Jake Doyle-Hayes had to come off in the first half. Marcus looked like he took a sore one as well. How is the squad looking after it? Yeah,
look, we've had a few little injuries over the last few weeks to certain players, and there's one or two out there. It's that time of the season where there's guys trying to just finish the season off and playing through the pain barrier. Unfortunately, Jake's hip was causing him trouble, and I thought you could see that. He didn't look himself. He was off the game a little bit. Ethan Erdogan pulled up with a hamstring yesterday, so they're probably the two most defensive-minded midfielders that we have. And when you don't have those in there, then you get the type of performance that we got, because we had McAllister, McGrath, McPherson, all very attacking-minded lads that just aren't maybe naturally capable of doing the other side of the game, and that's something that we need to work on, because there was periods there in the second half in particular where we were kind of overrun in the middle of the pitch, and we had to change it. We had to put Tates in there to sit on Scott Allen and put Brandon Mason the left back, and thankfully that substitution worked out well in the end.
Christian Dennis, his first start since he came back from injury, and another goal from him. You must be really pleased for him.
Delighted for Deno, yeah. I mean, prior to doing his Achilles, he was in really good form, scoring goals and playing well, and unfortunately then his Achilles popped and he had to get the operation. But he was out for a couple of months. We didn't really want to take any risks with him in the end. Ideally, you want to leave your goal scorers on the pitch for the whole game, but we were looking to try and get an hour out of Christian. He's played 2 half hours prior to today, and an hour would have been just about right. He gave us a little bit more, which was good, and he scored a really, really important goal, and lucky in the first half as well. So in and around the box, he's got great movement, he's got fantastic touch, and he's always looking to work the goalkeeper, which again, you see that in the quality of the finish tonight. Credit to Brandon Mason. I thought he done well when he came on. He prevented Story from getting up the pitch, and done well for the goal as well. And obviously Marcus, that's, you wanting that, aren't you? You want your left back at one side and you're right back in there to go and get the goal, and what a time to get it. So no doubt when I go home tonight and have a glass of red wine and calm down a little bit, then I'll probably realise that it's not a bad thing, that we're there. We found a way to win the game tonight, and that was the most important thing. So although I'm sure the fans back home wouldn't have enjoyed it in terms of a spectacle all that much, it would have been far too nervy for them as it was for the rest of us, but hopefully when the dust settles we'll be happy that we're in a quarter final.
Just finally, as you mentioned, through the quarter-final, first team through to the quarter-final, made the quarter-finals of this competition last year, semi-final of the League Cup this season. Pleased to be starting to build those cup runs?
Well, it's what we've spoke about, isn't it? From day one when I came in, and particularly this season, we narrowly missed out on the top six, which is still an extremely bitter pill to swallow, especially by a couple of goals, which is the most disappointing thing. It was in our hands and we didn't get the job done. But to get to the semi-final League Cup, now in the quarter-final of the Scottish Cup, if we can get that 7th place finish, then overall I think it will be an extremely decent season. But we're not there by any stretch of the imagination. There's still a lot of football to be played in the league as well. But the important thing tonight was getting through, James, and I'm delighted that we've managed to do that. And credit to the players for keeping going right to the end.
Well done tonight.
Thanks, James.